credited with to King Solomon, and then chapter 31 is also credited to be King Solomon, even though scholars believe that King Solomon wrote the Proverbs 31 under the pseudonym, the pen name of Lemuel. Okay. Now Solomon also is credited with writing Psalm 72 and 127. He is also credited with writing Ecclesiastes and the Song of Solomon. Now there's a difference between Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. Let me tell you something. Proverbs Solomon wrote. When Solomon wrote the Proverbs, this was before Solomon started slipping and tripping. All right. But after he got old and came back to the Lord, that's when he wrote the Ecclesiastes. All right. Because if you look, the difference between the wise sayings in the book of Proverbs and the wise sayings in the book of Ecclesiastes, you can sense the tone in Ecclesiastes that this is a man that is reflected over his life. And he found out a lot of the vain stuff that he got into in his youth that he's tired of. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, let me go on. Let me tell you about something about this woman. These sayings were wise sayings. They were long listed. And in the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, starting at verse 10, we get a long list of characteristics of those things that are called a virtuous woman. Now, the Amplified Bible refers to a virtuous woman as a capable and intelligent woman. All right. But I looked up the word virtuous. Let me tell you all something about the word virtuous. Can I tell you something about the word virtuous? The word virtuous is a military term. Okay? The word virtuous is a military term. Now, the reason why the word virtuous, the same Hebrew word for virtuous is also talked about for the word valor and might. So, a virtuous woman is not always just a staid, quiet woman. No. But this virtuous woman is a woman that'll fight and pray. Oh my God. See, the word virtuous is a military term. It's a term used to describe not as a non-aggressive woman, but a virtuous woman at the heart of all things is a fighter. No, you're not messing with my business. No, you're not. No, okay. She fights on behalf of her household. She fights on behalf of her children. She fights on behalf of herself. She fights for the spiritual health and welfare. I ain't never seen nobody get angry until you mess with one of Veronica Edwards' kids. I done seen it happen. I done see what'd you say? Okay, yeah. She'll even fight. Wait a minute, hold on. What you doing that for? She'll even get with me. She'll get with me. I'm telling you, don't mess with mama bears. Let me tell y'all something. Even in the animal kingdom, sometimes in the animal kingdom, the woman, the female of the species is sometimes physically larger than the male. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all ever done any research on the black widow spider. The black widow spider is usually the female of species of the black widow is larger than that of the male. And let me tell you something, when she gets through mating with him, she eats him up. She kills him and eats him up. And another thing, that's what she does. That's why they call her the black widow. And the one that we remember, we see the black widow, you know, the one with a little red spot on the bottom of her stomach, that's the female. And the male is one we would never even know it was him because he's smaller than the female. It's the same thing with the stingray. Y'all ever know the stingray, that flat thing that looked like a big old fin and a long tail, the one that the crocodile hunter was killed by one. And the same thing, the female of the species is much wider and longer and stronger and bigger than the male of the species. And her sting got more venom in it than that of the male. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, let me tell you something. You can get a rise out of one of these mothers if you want to by messing with one of her children. Even if the child is wrong, it's 3 flat tires. Oh my God. When a car that need 4 tires is wrong, it's 3 flat tires. She will still go to fighting by her son, about her daughter. He can be wrong as he want to be. But see, the Bible says a man has found a treasure when he finds one who will fight with him. That's good. Not just sit back and let him do the fight. Oh my God. I need y'all to get this. Because again, I done told you, virtuous is a military term. It's not just a non-aggressive term. See, a man has found a treasure. See, there's a message in there. Treasures are supposed to be found. And the treasure ain't supposed to do the finding. The treasure is supposed to be dug for. And you know, with a little bit of effort. Now, hamburger is not supposed to get the attention of a treasure. Oh my God. Just a car ride home. A little bit of, just because we got a